Hey guys, Rorius here. Welcome back to Resident Evil 7. We're picking up right where we left off. I might actually just quickly buy some things with my antique coins. Buy the stabilizer. Oh, I have to put them in one by one. There we go. Stabilizer, there we are. Reload speed increase, please. Bink. Boink. Like in cartoons. Your reload speed has increased, yeah. In cartoons, whenever an injection is used, it's always like a boink. Alright, so we're now in the Delvey. Did it say Delvey mine? Yeah, well, Delvey's the area. The Delvey mines? Well, we're about to be. I brought my shotgun and my machine gun with me. I'll probably get my grenade launcher out if I know the. Oh. I freaking heard you. I'll get my grenade launcher out if I think we're gonna fight a boss. Thing is, though, I actually don't have. Oh, I have one strong. I don't have any. Oh, I got another strong chem fluid. Cool. I might go and grab a herb so I can mix that normal chem fluid. And I'm keeping the strong chem fluid in case we get solid fuel, and we can make like grenades. Make well. Oh my god. Oh, I'm using normal pistol bullets anyway. Oh my god. Change ammo type. Strong pistol bullets. There we go. There we go. Funny how I like missed with all my normal pistol bullets, and then as soon as I got the explosive ones out, freaking pristine. Oh my god. I just jinxed myself. Plus say pristine aiming. Oh my god. Why are there so many of them? Let me in, let me in! Yeah. I ain't wasting so much ammo. There might have been stuff around there, but it was such a waste of ammo fighting them. Okay. Apparently, blocking like that is actually really effective, but I've never done it. There's even an achievement for just getting your first block, but I've never done it. I've never used the block. Oh my god. One shot, one kill. Oh. Can I like take those? I wish I could disarm them and turn them into remote mines. Or maybe I could just dodge this one. Because Lucas is still around. We might still be dealing with him in these mines. Oh. Please blow up on the trap. Oh, it just knocked him down. Are you? You're kidding! Oh. I shot him like 4 times in the face. God, I hate that. I hate that sometimes you shoot them like 4 times in the face and they don't die. And as for like hitting a bomb and not dying, that made me mad. Please don't explode. Oh, thank god. Oh, I have 4 special bullets left and a handful of normal pistol bullets left. I think I don't block because I always try and dodge rather than block. You can't run while holding this up. So this is actually a salt mine. Why did they have that fire thingy up there? Unless that's just a common thing for all mines? It looked like one of those flame things that they have at like coal and oil mines. Oh, is that it? Can I climb back up there? Nope. That's one of those, like, point of no return things. Well. Magnum ammo. Oh, shit. I guess they expect you to buy the Magnum when you get to this point. Okay, you went there a frickin' second ago. Oh my god. Oh, that was crazy. This is becoming way more like action-y. I have one more explosive bullet left. I like referring to them as explosive rounds rather than enhanced rounds, because that's what they do. You like shoot them, and when it hits them, it like explodes. Has like a mini explosion. Oh, you're freaking kidding me. I blocked! I actually kind of wanted arms in the air achievement, yeah. I kind of wanted him to hit me, just so I could get that. Because I wanted to like see what it looked like. I hate that they keep coming from behind me. Oh? Oh. Push this to like break a wall down there. Before we go that way, I feel like I'm on the moon or something. The like white walls of the cave. Ah, I wanted items. I thought there might be items around that cart once it had landed. Please don't spawn more enemies behind me. I think it sucks because it it implies that oh, there's still mines here. It implies that the path you're going, you're not actually making any like kind of impact on that space. Like instead of leaving corpses in your wake, you're just like drawing them along with you. And so they're just infesting, you're leaving a trail of infested, you know, molded behind you. And now I'm doing the thing that I always do in games whenever there's any kind of stealth. I am just crouch walking everywhere. Stop it, Rory. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. I don't have a lot of resources. Okay, I only have 2 normal bullets anyway. Oh, Jesus Christ. And just after I healed as well. You're freaking kidding me. Oh, my health is fine. See, I want it to be double standards. I want it to do no damage to me like that, but I also want it to do damage to the enemies. Enough damage to kill them. I want it that way. God damn it, I keep getting herbs, but I haven't got normal chem fluid. I don't want to make strong mids. Alright, Sint, Friday, January 16, 2015. Thanks to you guys, it's been about a week since my head's been clear and back to normal. And she still thinks she's got me. You guys really need to work on fixing that. Not only does she look like a little kid, but she's about as stupid as one too. Wait, so this is someone who's been cured by the people that Mia and Alan worked for. Mom and Dad are still totally under though. I was wondering... Wait. Has Lucas cleared his head? Did Umbrella or whoever is behind this find Lucas? But it says it's been about a week. I don't think it's been a week since we left. Mom and Dad are still totally under though. I was wondering, is this whole family obsession something you guys programmed into her? It's kind of fucked up. November 4th, so that was January 16, 2015. This is November. This is a long time later. That bitch Mia is still somewhere in between Evie La La Land and reality. She gets pretty violent, so I locked her up in a cell. I thought maybe Eveline would get mad since Mia's her favorite and all, but she doesn't seem to care. She actually goes and visits her sometimes. She thinks Mia's her mommy. Like I said, your bioweapon is fucked up. September 1st, so that was a year later. Like almost a full year later. Eveline's family obsession is getting out of hand. She's making everyone kidnap more and more assholes off the street to add to her freak show of a family. Maybe she's getting tired of Mia not coming around? But it's a pain in the ass for me because I gotta clean up the mess whenever someone new comes along. By the way, Evie's looking sick or something. Her skin is getting all wrinkly and she's getting grey hairs. Is that supposed to happen? It's almost like she's getting old all of a sudden. Hint, hint. Dear. Yeah. That would be the first time that it would click, I think, in my head. I think that's the first time I would guess at the big twist. This report details the symptoms that appear when this bacterium that grows inside of the E-series infects a human. Infects a human, as though an E-series isn't a human? Be sure to read this document thoroughly before dealing with E-series weaponized assets. Hereafter referred to as mold. Yeah. Initial infection. The mold ingests nutrients from the subject's body to propagate itself and slowly takes over cells within the body. As a side effect of this, the infected subject gains remarkable regenerative abilities. Yeah. During experiments, we removed arms and legs from test subjects and found that they were able to coapt the amputated limbs in a matter of minutes. Mid-stage infection. Once the mold reaches the brain, the subject's thought become in tune with those of the E-series asset. So I think we're infected. Because we were able to see stuff like... Yeah, I mean, maybe not, but we were able to see Jack and Zoe through the mold that we were infused in. The subject starts to hear things and experience hallucinations, and soon comes under complete control of the E-series asset. If this state continues, the host will lose all sense of ego. Complete infection. After every cell in the body has been taken over by the mold, the subject begins to lose their human form. Physical mutations differ from case to case, but all result in him or her acquiring incredible physical strength. Containing a subject at this stage would be extremely difficult. Yeah, so that's what the molded are. Like the ones who are the full black molded. I guess if the subject is dead and they start getting infected with the mold, that appears to be what like happened to the police officer guy, the deputy. Target acquired. It's a serum, I think. It's a cure. It might be at least. 10 minutes after dose, death. E-neurotoxin, E-series dosage test. 5 minutes after dose, vomiting. 12 minutes after dose, cell calcification. So this is them testing the drug on E-series. Like they've got like this drug here, if I'm not mistaken. If I give the Eveline tissue samples to it, it'll produce. We just read this while it's doing that. E-necrotoxin. Destroys cells of any subject based on the E-series bioweapon model. Use only for disposal of E-series assets. The toxin must first be stimulated before use. Do this by placing a sample of the E-series cell, or an E-series cells, into the neurotoxin container. Yeah, so now we have one that's specifically designed for, or specifically reacted to Eveline. So now this neurotoxin, this necrotoxin, sorry, is now designed to basically kill Eveline, specifically. A special serum for dosing of E-series test subjects. It could destroy Eveline if injected into her. Okay. This project was instigated in 2000 as one of several concepts for the company's NextBARS, Next Generation Experimental Battlefield Superiority Initiative. I see. What an odd name. Working with technical assistance from HCF to develop a bioweapon for neutralizing combatants en masse with minimal direct contact. NextBARS was later folded as all its assets diverted to this project. Right, yeah, so they've fully focused on this one. What makes this project markedly different from conventional weapons is its ability to turn enemy combatants into allies, converting hostile elements into willing servants. Since this effectively eliminates the cost of not only POW handling, but also combat itself, it's no wonder we had the something, and even something organization chomping at the bit to get on board. Right, yeah. The project would never have existed were it not for the discovery in blank of blank. The remarkably progressed vicariant evolution fungus that we commonly term the mutamycete. The fabrication method for each bioweapon was to introduce the mutamycete genome to a pre-stage 4 human embryo and perform cultivation in a controlled environment over a period of 38 to 40 weeks. The resultant organisms were referred to as candidate specimens and graded based on usability from the impractical and faulty. From the impractical and faulty. Right, yeah. Series A through D to the preferred E series. A common appearance was selected for the bioweapons, that of a roughly 10-year-old girl to ensure ease of blending in with urban refugee populations. Really? That blends in better? A 10-year-old white girl blends in better than just a normal adult? Nonsense. The first E-series specimen, named Eveline, has proven capable of secreting the mutamycete blank from her tissue at will. It is also of note that Eveline's mutamycete imposes a profound control over body and mind when introduced into a host organism. We still have a lot to learn about the mechanism by which Eveline achieves and maintains this control, but the working theory is that the vector is similar to the auto-inducer pheromones used for quorum sensing in Pseudomonas bacteria. I don't know about that. I don't know. We're getting to... If the science wasn't, like, weird enough, it's getting weirder now. Eveline's control is exerted in a series of discrete stages, the first of which is hallucination. Most immediately after infection, the subject begins to see images of Eveline, though she is not in fact there, and even hear her voice, which is inaudible to anyone else. Yeah, so we must be infected, because we've seen Eveline around and we've heard her talking to us when she's not really there. Auditions with infected subjects throughout the stages of infection revealed that, at first, the phantom Eveline appears to be a normal young girl, sometimes desiring companionship or assistance. As time progresses, she begins making more and more extreme demands, including self-mutilation and attacks on other people. The psychological shock this induces helps to break down the mind's natural barriers to Eveline's brainwashing effect. By the time mental control is achieved, the mutamycete infection has progressed throughout the body's cells, so the body blank. Yeah. That's the thing, the Resident Evil games like this, they always start out as being, like, supernatural looking, and then they always try and explain it with science. And it's always like, ooh, the devil's in the details. I must have found every single note in the game. That means we're really close to the end, actually. Eveline's functions also include the ability to form organisms from mycelia, the fungal filaments. Right. The term organism is used loosely here. Strictly speaking, they are superorganisms formed of countless mycelia. What's important, though, is that they exhibit a strong survival instinct and will defend themselves ferociously with the slightest provocation. Their fungal toughness and remarkable strength give them significant battle potential, or battlefield potential. The researchers have been calling these superorganisms the molded, made of mold, and also molded as in shape. Right. The name has a certain elegance to it. For the treatment of accidental infections, performing blank on samples of Eveline's body tissue produces a unique fungicidal serum. It's just like a fungicide. Oh, that's funny. Administering the serum to an infected subject will cause the mycelia to calcify, but if the subject's cells are already largely invaded, the serum will be fatal. Yep. Since the treatment window is so small, the serum's primary use is therefore disposal of infected subjects rather than a cure. Right, yeah. In exploring the serum's potential, we found that subjecting it to blank would enhance its effects to extreme potency, becoming a compound we now call E-neurotoxin. Oh, sorry, necrotoxin, which blank in even tiny amounts. What's been interesting to observe in Eveline's behavior is her obsession with the concept of family. In experiments, we found on multiple occasions that infected subjects were compelled to act as her mother or father, treating her as if she were really their daughter. Why did she settle upon family as the theme for her mental control? This is just speculation, but it could be that she instinctively understands that a family unit is better suited for blending into social groups than a lone girl. On the other hand, well, a sentimental sort might suggest that she's making up for a perceived lack of love in her quarantined upbringing, a parent's love. Yeah, that's what I would assume. That, you know, she's been a test subject since birth. As something that Umbrella used to do, as they used to use, like, DNA on fetuses, on human fetuses, to try and fuse certain animalistic, like, things upon those embryos. So, like, that's how the hunters from the first game... Oh, flame rounds. Yes, please. Oh, neuro rounds, too. I think I've made every single type of thing except for neuro rounds. I've made everything else, haven't I? Maybe I haven't made psychostimulants either. I've definitely made every other thing that you can make here. Okay, yeah, so I had not made psychostimulants before. I'm gonna load my game because I didn't actually want psychostimulants. I saved it, got the stuff out to make it. Yeah, and now I'm gonna load. Oh, this is the message for this chapter. Separation. Mia finds and frees Ethan from his restraints, but history repeats itself and Ethan must again say goodbye to his wife. He then sets off to find Eveline, the source of it all. Yeah. Since I've been given these rounds, I'm like, maybe I should use them. I think I'm gonna put away the knife. I'm really filling my inventory. Dear. I'm keeping a herb on me in case I get chem fluid. But I'm getting my grenade launcher out because I'm so sure that we're gonna have a boss pretty soon. Well. Oh, we just got some enhanced pistol bullets. Oh. I can hear him. I can hear Mr. Everywhere, but I don't know where he is. Okay, let's just head down here. See if I can see him. Oh, I see him. Yeah, I could hear him from the other side, but I couldn't see him. He's behind the barrels. Okay, let's just switch to the high-powered bullets. Oh, chem fluids. Yes, please. To make some more health. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. See, we're seeing hallucinations. Okay. Get out of my way. Oops, some herbs. Get out of my way. Oh. There's probably stuff hidden around here. But I'm more concerned about just getting the hell out of here. Oh. Get the fuck out of my way. Oh, he's still alive? Ah. Okay. Oh. Oh, I don't have all my ammo for this. Currently out. Oh, I don't have any ammo for that. Oh, I died. Oh, shit. I didn't think I'd die that quickly. Man. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's not be so wasteful with my ammo. Oh my god. Okay, that's good, good. I do have those remote bombs, but I don't have them placed yet. That just had magnum ammo on it. Last time I checked. That's a better use of my ammo. I hate that I have the good ammo out. No, pick it up. Did that work? It did work. Oh. If you stand pretty close and then you fire... Oh, he attacked before I could do anything. Just like, screw it, I don't want to waste so much ammo. Okay, oh, I haven't even reloaded. Okay, run. What the? How did he hit me? Oh, he moves fast. He's a fast boy. I have neuro rounds. I don't know how they work. Exactly. Let's just heal. Alright, one more. Ow. I hate that they throw up. Okay, he's dead. It's just the other one now. Ah, such BS. Heal! I think I'm still at yellow health even when I healed, yep. Okay, he's dead. He's dead. Good. Oh! Heal again. I only have strong first aid now. Switch to normal bullets. I actually don't have a knife anymore, so... Shit, man. Let's just run around and grab ammo. Oh, strong first aid. Well, strong first aid is now my default. Dear. Oh, first aid, mid. Machine gun ammo. Why, thank you. You make me feel better about my machine gun. I don't have any ammo left for the grenade launcher. I should have brought my knife with me as well. Actually, for now, because I don't have any ammo for the grenade launcher, switch to the remote mines as the explosive of choice. I was so sure that the phrase or the song, "He's here, he's there, he's everywhere," was a reference to something else. I thought there was something other than Matt Pat's psychic friend, Fred Bear. But I can't find any examples of what that's referencing anywhere. So all I can go off of is that that Resident Evil 7 referenced Matt Pat in their game. Because like they've got the achievement is called "He's here, he's there, he's everywhere" for the killing the first one of the everyman. But he's like his little like football man. So it made me think that it was a reference to something football, like American football. But then I couldn't find any reference to it. So... Dunno, man. Dunno. Switch back to this. Oh, there's a save room. There's no... Nope, there's no, oh, map mine. Cool. There's no... Oh, I got both with one shot. Machine gun and strong first aid. I can't believe I have so much health. So much health item stuff. Alright, let's save it. It just did a load screen. / autosave. The mine leads directly into the guest house. This is the guest house area. And whose seat is this? Oh. I hear it. I friggin' knew I heard it, every man. I wish I had a knife. Oh, I used one of the good shots. Shit. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, this is a flashback to...
It's not here. It's gone.
Us.
It's gone.
Yep. We were right behind Mia when she was doing this. E001. If you haven't guessed it by now, I don't know what's wrong with you. When they were talking about the specimens before, they were saying that Eveline was the first of the E-series specimens. E001. Now why would there be a picture of Grandma on the E001 image? Why would that note say that... Oh. Why would the note say that there were some odd features happening? Where... For some reason... Yeah, this is when Mia was attacking us. Hello, Eveline.
This is your fault.
Why am I seeing this?
Because you're infected, Ethan. You're infected by Eveline. Also, as I was saying before, the note before said, yeah, Eveline, for some reason, despite being a little girl, she's starting to get weirdly wrinkly and grow grey hair. This is where it all began. No. 1 second. It's all closed off. It's now a bed in here. It's all
Ethan,
altered.
It's okay. It's okay. It's me.
It's a throwback memory
I know
when
you
she
didn't
stabbed your hand.
Kill him, Mommy.
But you shouldn't have done that.
Right.
It fucking hurts.
He doesn't want to be my daddy? Then he can die. Now it's Mommy's turn to kill you.
Yeah, so this is a throwback. We're seeing this because this is basically what Eveline was doing to Mia when we were interacting with her when we first got to the house. Eveline's influence is everywhere, you know, it's like it's hovering. I'm not gonna go up there just yet because I think that's where I'm supposed to go. You know, Eveline is sort of Eveline is everywhere and okay, no, that's the way I'm supposed to go. Eveline is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Well, maybe nowhere is the wrong way to put it. She's definitely everywhere at the same time, though.
Help.
Oh?
Ethan, help me.
Okay. Ugh. Weird. Seeing like the flashbacks from that. Oh, so weird. Oh.
Be one of us. And then maybe you'll play nicely.
So yeah, Eveline is still...
Not playing.
No! Get that away from me!
You don't understand.
Oh, wonder if that can actually hurt you. Because she tried to attack, you know. Oh. Uh-oh. Was I supposed to go to the door first and then try and go upstairs? Yeah, I think so. Oh! Oh! Eveline.
Get away!
Eveline.
No!
Oh my god. She does have... Oh, a space to guard, I see. Okay.
Get away!
Oh, I'm at really bad health. God damn it. She can hit me through the wall there.
No! Get away!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Please don't kill me.
Leave me alone!
Let me get close.
Away from me! Stop! 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 No!
Let me inject you.
No! No! No!
Yeah.
You.
We finally see her for her real self.
Does everyone hate me?
It's not that everyone hates you. It's just that you're not healthy.
It hurts! It hurts! It hurts! Damn you! Damn you all to hell!
Yeah. So, Grandma, watching us that whole time. Oh, I've seen this image. This is the image that I'd seen. And that's why I was saying Grandma was scary. Is that I'd seen this image. God. Ow. I am gonna die. Unless this is a scripted sequence. Oh. Am I dead? I wasted a bunch of grenades trying to kill Eveline just then. Unless we're not actually supposed to fight her at this bit.
You're just a little boy.
Oh god. Heal. I can't heal. Well. Just reload. I have no ammo. Oh, I have like just a machine gun. And I have no healing items. Jesus Christ.
I just wanted a family.
Yeah. Oh, Eveline, I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Are we gonna die?
Use it!
Use it? Albert. As in Albert Wesker's? Is this Albert Wesker's gun?
Play time zone.
Oh, it's a magnum. It's a high-powered... It's like a hand cannon. Oh, she's calcifying. She's calcifying. God. Jesus Christ. Yep. Oh my God. Well, that's that. End of the night, playing it safe. The nightmare's finally over achievements. What is playing it safe? I don't know. We're probably infected though. And I don't know if killing Eveline would end that infection. Unless they have serum on them readily available to give to people. I fear we're just gonna get shot and killed. No.
I'm Redfield.
Yep. I've seen
Glad we
pictures.
found you.
This is the redesign of Chris Redfield.
The fuck took you guys so long?
Wait, did we know about them? Is it just because we overheard the... Oh.
Mia. You made it. I'm glad.
Did I?
Yeah, apparently I looked into one other thing as well.
They say that when one door closes, another opens.
Apparently I chose the good ending.
A door closed tonight. And what a long night it was. But not just for me.
Well, yeah.
Mia and I weren't the only victims here. So were the Bakers.
Yeah.
It was that thing, Eveline, who made them that way.
Umbrella. Yeah, I freaking knew it
Now
was
Eveline's
Umbrella.
dead. And these guys are here to clean up the mess. I had just come to terms with losing Mia. But now she's back and wants to start over. Put all this behind us.
But you're involved with
Maybe this is where the next door opens.
You're involved with Umbrella though. It'll never be over. Well, that was Resident Evil 7. Yeah, apparently, like the whole choice thing of Mia or Zoe. Apparently Mia's one, firstly is canon, but secondly is the good ending. If you choose Zoe, you get bad ending. So, yeah.
Go tell Aunt Rhodey. Go tell Aunt Rhodey.
Koshi Nakanishi.
Go
Yeah.
tell Aunt Rhodey.
Well,
Everybody's dead.
oh god. Yeah, that was... what a trip. I think, in terms of my own feelings of how this game flows, I think I prefer the start of the game. The start of the game when you're still relatively weak. Up until... like, I reckon up until you start dealing with Marguerite's insects, and even then, like, the insects were frustrating. But, like, Marguerite herself was cool. Missing. The... like, the whole... while you're still in the house and roaming around, and there's mostly just the members of the Baker family going after you, you know? That was the fun part. That was the really fun part, in my opinion. And then it was a weird tangent, but, like, interesting tangent for Lucas's part. I think after that, it gets sort of, like, very much like the more modern Resident Evil, which people don't like, which is much more sort of action-oriented, like crazy shit happening. It feels really small and, like, personal to start with, and then it grows to being big towards the end, which is cool. Like, I still enjoyed, I'm one of those people who's in the minority. I enjoyed Resident Evil 5. I didn't enjoy Resident Evil 6, but I enjoyed Resident Evil 5. And a lot of those elements at the end there felt like Resident Evil 5 stuff, where you got, like, monstrosities built out of a person. Like the, when Jack turns into that horrific monster for the first time, that immediately gave me Resident Evil 5 and 4 to some degree, but mainly 5 vibes. And actually, I've just realized that Resident Evil 4 kind of took the same route, where it starts out small and personal, and it grows into this madhouse. Like, all the enemies having freaking guns and stuff like that in Resident Evil 4. So it suffers the same issue, where it grows sort of... It starts out small and personal and really effective, and it grows to be bigger than it needed to be, I guess, in an attempt to keep the game being long and like tough throughout, and feel like you have some kind of progression. They ended up taking it into a direction that felt more action oriented, and Resident Evil 5 starts off more action oriented from the get-go, but this game had the same kind of trajectory as 4, and probably it's why it's still really popular, is that it starts out that feeling of like isolation and like helplessness at the start of the game is really effective in this game, just like in 4. I've played a little bit of 4 on the channel, and I'd like to play right through 4, but I don't know if I'll end up doing that. There's so many old games I'd love to play on the channel. Too many to play, you know. Maybe over time, maybe I'll get to play them, but because I like to finish games as well, it makes it difficult. Unless I could get an editor, a full-time editor, to edit my stuff, that probably won't be happening. Yeah. Ethan was Todd Soley, Mia, Katie O'Hagan, Jack Brand. Oh, the character Jack was voiced by Jack. Sarah Coates, Jesse Pimentel. I can't read them quickly enough. Yeah, no. I was trying to find out, I mentioned in one of the previous episodes, I was trying to find out who Grandma was. I thought the Grandma was like I thought she was Patient Zero, but I thought that she was just going to be it turns out she was the first to get infected. So I thought that's what it meant. And sorry, my brain is like trying to process everything. I was trying to figure out in what relation she was related to the other family members. So I looked her up. I looked up like Resident Evil 7 Grandma, and nothing came up. There was no results for Grandma, and I was like, what the hell? And I started searching, like, I looked up Marguerite and Jack, and it said like their family had like married to the other one, and then like, oops, sorry, and then like had a son and daughter, Lucas and Zoe. And I was like, where's Grandma? Like, why is Grandma not listed in the list of family members? Because she's a family member, right? And it's listed, like, one of the rooms is listed as Grandma's room. And I was like, who is Grandma? Like, is she Jack's mother or Marguerite's mother? And I eventually, I can't remember how it came to be, but I ended up clicking on Eveline for the same reason, just trying to see, like, I was like, oh, Eveline isn't part of the family, she's adopted. But I thought maybe it'll come up with something. I don't know what I was expecting when I clicked on Eveline's picture, on Eveline's wiki page. But then it came up with, at the very top it had like, young Eveline and old Eveline, and I was like, I immediately closed the page and I was like, fuck! Because I immediately knew, like, shit, that means Grandma is Eveline. Damn it! Shit! I was so frustrated and pissed off at myself. Dear. It's always stuff like that, though. That's how I always ruin myself. It's just little bits like that. Other than that, though, I hadn't ruined anything else for myself. I had just seen, as I said, I had seen that picture of like Grandma's face in amongst the tentacles and shit, and so I knew that she was this horrifying monster. I knew that before I even started the game. Like, I'd seen that way back when they first released Resident Evil 7, and a bunch of people made that as their thumbnail for their episode that featured Grandma. So yeah, I had already had that spoiled for me. But yeah, I would never have, well, I wouldn't have guessed that Eveline was Grandma until at least, like, I remembered that picture that had E001, and we got that sample of E001. That might have been when I was like, wait a second. And then if I didn't guess it then, the next time I would have guessed it would definitely have been like when they said that Eveline started getting wrinkly and growing grey hair. It would have clicked at that point in my head. I was still annoyed at myself that I found that out before I was supposed to. Yeah, as you would expect from a game like this. Credits for days. Dear. As always, I will have put a timestamp to skip the credits if you want, but you will also, if you've already skipped it, you will have missed my talk about my thoughts. That's all good. I like to spend the credits just talking about my thoughts of the game. And I like to include credits because I like to give, you know, the people who made the game their time in the sun, I guess. Because all these people are responsible for this game. I really want to play the DLC stuff for this, but I'm probably going to leave that for another time. I'm going to leave that for maybe next Halloween, or, you know, some other time throughout the year, because I do want to play some more horror stuff throughout the year. I feel like we had a gap where we had like no horror stuff on the channel for ages. Yeah, so I want to play some more horror stuff. It's just I always think like, oh, horror, I should save that for Halloween. Because it's hard enough finding like specific types of games that you want to play, you know? So yeah. Might play some more Resident Evil 7 sometime at the start of next year. Oh dear. Wow, that was a trip. Towards the end there, I started getting sort of panicky about health and stuff like that. Thankfully, I actually had plenty of health anyway, so had plenty of stuff. They gave you plenty of opportunities to get stuff for the boss battles and things. And that grandma battle, I don't even think you really have to do anything. I think that's just a scripted sequence. Once you've beaten Jack, and you've gone through the like return to the like personal horror of the shipping container thing, and then you've got through the gauntlet at the end of the mines. That's like that's all of the stuff. That's all of the like fighting that you have to do. After that, it's just getting to the end of the narrative, which is good. I like that. I do honestly like a game that has more emphasis on the narrative at the end of the game. Like I mentioned this in Lumina the other day, where I often think of the last level of a puzzle game as being not very puzzly. I think of it as being mostly narrative oriented, because I feel like the puzzles throughout the game, they're the trials that lead you to the payoff, you know? Bosses, traditional style bosses aren't really necessary in games these days. They're good if bosses are good if they are a test. Yeah, rather than a boss so much, it's more important that it's a test of your skills that you've got throughout the game. So, the tanker was like a test of our stealth skills, I guess, or like our conservation skills from earlier in the game. The mine was a test of our combat skills, because that went full on action and just like blasting everything away. And then the grandma thing was just like one final return to where it all began, I guess. It was more narrative, less combat. More of just like a, have you been keeping up? Have you been paying attention to things? Yeah. Yeah, so that's Marguerite and Jack Baker with Lucas and Zoe. It's so sad. Oh. Why was the phone going off like that? Whatever the case, difficulty normal, playtime 10 hours. Oh yeah. I think that was a little longer than the average play through. Or did it say 14 hours? I'll have to check how long to beat said. Because I definitely remember looking into that. Restarts, 7. Mr. Everywhere is destroyed, 15 out of 20. Not bad, not bad. And Antique Coins, 15 out of 18, which is even better. Wow. I got all the files, though. I opened up 99 item boxes. Or is that how many times I opened the item box? In which case, that's funny. I used 2 stabilizers and 3 steroids. Total number of Mr. Everywhere statuettes destroyed over all saved data. Yeah. Total number of antique coins you've obtained using this saved data. Oh, so yeah, the Mr. Everywheres are across all saved data. Apparently, if you get all of them, you get special rewards for the next playthrough, but they're not hugely important or great. But yeah, this is how many coins for this saved data. Healing items used, 39. Okay, well. I unlocked the difficulty Madhouse. Yeah, that's like hard mode. Weapon Albert 01R. Oh. Will be added to the item box in the main game. Oh, shit. So that Albert Wesker, that Albert handgun. I'm assuming that's like a handgun because that's Chris Redfield has gone through in this world, in this part of the story. Chris has gone through all of the challenges, all of the trials with Albert, and Albert is dead. So he like named a weapon after Albert because he's like killed him. I don't know. The Secrets of Defense item will be added to the item box in the main game. What's the Secrets of Defense? Is that like a special item that makes it so you can block better? I wonder. Whatever the case, that's it. That's Resident Evil 7. There's extra content. I have I believe I have access to, I don't own End of Zoe or banned footage, but I have Not a Hero as a free DLC, so I can play that. Apparently this is much more action-oriented. It's first person. You're fighting Mold in the mine. It's basically Chris Redfield's involvement in this catastrophe. End of Zoe is a fascinating one, and that's to do with, yeah. Weeks after Not a Hero, a new danger has emerged. Jack's brother, Joe Baker, must face this danger with his bare fists and put an end to his family suffering once and for all. So, just weeks after Chris and Mia and Ethan leave, this happens. And it's Zoe who is still kind of infected, or there's some leftover stuff there. Clearly, the team that Chris Redfield works for is not particularly great at doing their job. But then the banned footage is fascinating, apparently. Secured as evidence from the Baker farm, these videotapes never saw the light. Until today, they reveal some of the tragedies suffered by the Baker's prisoners. Yeah, so this, I think the deal with this one was that they had a whole bunch of extra tapes that they wanted to use, but they didn't actually find a place for them in the game. So they're just like, screw it, it's bonus content. Yeah. So yeah, what I could do is I could buy some of the, I could buy the banned footage and End of Zoe, and I could play a bunch of these some other time. Well, whatever the case, this episode is already really long, so we'll leave this here. I'm glad that I managed to finish it today, because I wanted this episode today to be the final episode, because I got something else I want to play as the main series next week. So, if you like what you saw, hit like. If you want to see more from me, then subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed Resident Evil 7, like, as much as I did, at least. And until the next series,